Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today at the Virtual College Exploration for Illinois students at IACAC. So today we are joined by Abhi, who's going to be talking about the University of St. Thomas, the incredible University of St. Thomas. But a couple things before we get started today. First, how you're going to ask questions. So your microphone and your camera are off. So we can't see you, nor can we hear you. So for you to be able to engage with us, or actually Abhi, you're going to be asking questions in the Q&A. So just go ahead and put your questions in the Q&A, and then he's going to go through his presentation and he'll answer them probably at the end. Also, you can sign up for more sessions like the one you're going to see today. They're going to be at iacac.org, as well as there's going to be a recording of this available at iacac.org as well, if you want to share it for those who couldn't make it. And so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over so I'm going to stop share. And Abhi, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let me just share my screen now. All right. So thanks again, everyone, for logging in, tuning in to learn more about the University of St. Thomas. My name is Abhi Charanet. I'm an admissions counselor at St. Thomas, and I've been working at St. Thomas for about 4 years now. And my main role, as well as the main role of every other admissions counselor at St. Thomas, is to be the student's advocate. So from the point that you show interest all the way through the time that you decide to enroll, we're really here to be your main point of contact. So any questions you have, any advice you need, any help you need, anything at all, feel free to let us know. Our contact info will be on the last slide, so you can feel free to let us know and we can kind of go from there. And just to clarify and just to kind of reiterate, any questions that come up during this information session, feel free to just direct it to the Q&A box and I will make sure to answer all those questions. So without further ado, we'll get started. So this slide kind of just shows our stats about our community at St. Thomas. So, we're very committed to our convictions as they commit us to creating a diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment at St. Thomas. So it's really important to us that diversity and inclusion is at the forefront of everything that we do. As you can see on the screen, we have 17% students of color, 52 countries represented, and 41 states represented. So with the 17% student of color, it is, I would say, average when you look at the student of color number for other Minnesota schools and other Minnesota private schools. But who strives to be average, right? But I can honestly say, with my experience at St. Thomas, 4 years as a student and now 4 years working, that I've seen that diversity number grow year after year. And on top of that, St. Thomas is a very inclusive environment as well. Our president put in the strategic plan that, diversity and inclusion is one of the top priorities when it comes to St. Thomas. So I'm, excited to kind of see what the university is doing and excited to keep seeing the upward progression. So for those of you who don't know, we have a few different locations. Our main undergrad location is located in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have about 6,000 undergrad students. We have another campus in downtown Minneapolis, serving about 4,000 graduate students. So we have about 10,000 students total, which makes us the largest private university in the state of Minnesota. So it's nice because we're big enough in the sense where you can meet new people every day, get new experiences every day, but then we're small enough in the sense where you still get that tight-knit community feel. Our average class size is 21, and we'll talk more about the benefits of that in a little bit. So something that I really loved about the location, like when I was a student here, was how central it is to everywhere that you need to be. So think of it this way. About 10 to 15 minutes west of our undergrad campus is downtown Minneapolis. And that's where a lot of like the entertainment district stuff is. So that's where like the Minnesota Timberwolves play, Minnesota Vikings. And I know y'all are Bears fans, but that's where the Minnesota Vikings play. Minnesota Twins. There are a lot of concert venues, museums, good food options. So it's pretty close. And the cool thing is there's a campus shuttle that will take you from our St. Paul campus to our downtown Minneapolis campus at no extra charge. Now, 10 to 15 minutes east of us is downtown St. Paul. So that's where the state capitol is. That's where my favorite pizza place is, Casetta's. That's where my barber shop is. So, it's very central. It's close by. There's stuff to do down there as well. And then 10 to 12 minutes south of our undergrad campus is the airport and the Mall of America, for those of you who like to shop. So we're very central to everywhere that you need to be. And the cool thing is we're in the city, but it's not like the hustle bustle of like a downtown or the hustle bustle of a college town. It's a very residential area where it's pretty quiet, pretty safe, and easy to focus on everything you need to focus on as far as education and your studies go. So that's what I really loved about the location. As you can see on the screen, we also have a campus in Rome, and that's where a lot of our students like to study abroad, and we'll talk more about study abroad opportunities in a little bit. So as you're kind of going through your college exploration, or like, you're trying to decide which college to apply to and which colleges to ultimately go to, one thing you want to kind of think about is what college will provide the best fit for me. That's the only thing that matters, right? Best fit with academics, best fit financially, best fit with location, best fit with social life, and whatever other qualifiers you need in order to make your decision. Because at the end of the day, no matter where you go, whether it's St. Thomas or University of Chicago or DePaul, wherever you go, it's going to be an investment. You're investing a lot of time, you're investing a lot of money. So you really want to make sure that you get the best return on investment. And one way by doing that is to choose a place that's the best fit for you. So as far as academics go, like I said earlier, our average class size is 21, no matter what major you decide to choose. You have over 150 different majors and minors to choose from. Some of our more popular ones include business, health sciences, communications, engineering, and psychology. But we have a whole array of awesome majors that you can choose from. And the cool thing is like it's that personal attention that you're getting. Like you're guaranteed that one-on-one touch in the classroom. You're not just going to be in a classroom where you're being lectured at. You're never going to be in a lecture hall with hundreds of other students. It's going to be that smaller classroom setting where you'll be expected to bring your ideas to the classroom, bounce ideas off of your peers, have that discussion-based type of environment. So if that sounds like your type of learning style, St. Thomas has that for you. No matter what major you decide to choose from, everyone will be able to take advantage of our liberal arts foundation. So we're a private Catholic liberal arts school. Now, the liberal arts portion, what that means is you're getting a very holistic education. Excuse me. So let's say you decide to major in communications. You're not just going to take communications classes, but on top of all those communications classes that you're taking, there's also the liberal arts foundation classes that you're taking. So theology, philosophy, math, science, history, foreign language, and the list goes on. And that's all used to make you a well-rounded student. Because no matter what you want to do in life, whether it's going to communications, going to banking, going to psychology, sciences, teacher, whatever you want to do, people are looking for well-rounded students. Students who know how to critically think, who know how to write well, who know how to communicate effectively, public speak, and work well in a team. And you increase all those skills by taking all these different classes. Because your first communications class is going to teach you a lot of different things than theology. But the one common thing that they both have is that you're learning how to problem solve and you're learning how to critically think just through different lenses. So if you can see the value in that, if you truly want an education where you can take from so many different subjects and apply it to your major field of study, then that's the type of education that you're getting at St. Thomas. So something to think about. Think about the type of quality of education, the type of classes you get to take, the variety. Really think about that as you're choosing colleges to apply to. So so obviously, like academics is the number one priority. You want to make sure you're doing well in your schoolwork and making good connections with your peers and your professors, stuff like that. But something else that is also very important is what are you doing outside of the classroom to really complement your education? And that's where extracurricular activities really come into play. So at St. Thomas, we have over 120 different student clubs and organizations, ranging from social clubs to academic clubs to service clubs. So you're bound to find something that interests you. On top of that, like it's very important to kind of cultivate, what your passions are outside of the classroom. Like obviously you want to choose a major that you're passionate about, but also you want to choose some activities that you're also passionate about, whether it's the psychology club, whether it's rock climbing, whether it's scuba diving, like whatever it is that you're passionate about, don't be afraid to really dive in, once you get to college. One club that I would like to highlight is called STAR, St. Thomas Activities and Recreation, and they do a lot of the social programming for students on campus. So on the screen, you can kind of see on the top one of the top picture, they're doing a movie out on the football field. So that's a STAR event, something to just get all the students out, right, and hang out and watch a movie on the football field. They do different like cool events like bowling and roller skating, stuff like that. And they also do large events too. So concerts, lectures, right? When I was a student, they brought Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's youngest daughter, to come do a lecture at campus. And she was talking about her different ventures, what it was like growing up in the Ali household. So that was just like one nice experience, of me getting involved and being able to meet someone famous and stuff. So that was pretty cool. As far as athletics go, we have 22 men's and women's varsity sports. So we are currently, making the transition to Division One. We are the only Division 3 school that has made the jump directly to Division One. So it's pretty exciting news. We're literally in the history books now because, like I said, we're the only D3 school to make that jump. So it's pretty fun, being a part of history. Um, Division 1 play will start in fall of 2021. So if you are interested in kind of learning more about the recruiting process or anything like that, feel free to reach out to the coach of whatever sport you want to play, and then they'll be able to kind of give you more information about all that. And then lastly, faith. There's a lot of ways that you can grow in your faith at St. Thomas through extracurricular activities. We have a Center for Campus Ministry, and they're really in charge of programming to kind of help students of all faiths grow in their faith. So they have different interfaith dialogues, seminars, classes, retreats, service trips, stuff like that. So there are a lot of ways that, you can grow in your faith, no matter which faith you practice. All right, another great way to kind of meet new people on campus, other than, getting involved in clubs and activities, is by living in the residence halls. So starting in fall 2021, we'll have a 2-year on-campus residency requirement, which is really grounded in research because research shows that if students live on campus for at least the first 2 years, they're more likely to, make good connections on campus. They're more likely to be fully immersed into campus, and they're more likely to finish on time, right? So it's pretty, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we have that starting next fall. Now, the nice thing about how we do residence life at St. Thomas is that incoming first year students can move in a week before classes even start. So, you'll move in before classes even start, and then there'll be welcome week. And welcome week is for first year students, and it's just a week of activities to really get students acclimated and adapted to campus. So by the time the first day of school rolls around, you'll feel comfortable. You might already know some people in your classes, and it won't be as much of a shock, I guess. Starting just out of the blue. Within each residence hall, there's a resident advisor on each floor, and resident advisors are really there to kind of help students, really feel welcome on campus and really feel like this is a second home. So the RA, the resident advisor, that can be your person that you reach out to. if you have any questions, need help with anything, stuff like that, and really be a resource for you in your first year at St. Thomas. Another thing I'd like to highlight is living learning communities. So living learning communities, LLC for short, are special interest floors within the residence halls. So there's specific areas within the residence halls that are dedicated to specific interests, if that makes sense. So to put it into context, one of the LLCs that we offer is called Pathways to Engineering, and it's for engineering students. So engineering students will live on the same floor, and then they'll all be enrolled in the same Intro to Engineering class. Now, obviously, it's not required that students do this, but just know that you have options if that sounds like something that you're interested in. So we talked a little bit about study abroad earlier, but now to kind of just go a little more in depth, study abroad is very popular at St. Thomas. About 56% of our students study abroad at least once by the time they graduate. The national average is around 11%. So that should tell you that St. Thomas really makes it doable, really makes it feasible for students to get this experience. We have over 100 programs in 50 different countries. So you're bound to find a program that interests you, whether it's in Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, Central America, etc. Right? Um, some popular destinations include Italy, the UK, Spain, China, and Australia. But like I said, you can find programs everywhere. And the cool thing is you won't have to do it alone. There's something, at St. Thomas, we really pride ourselves on personalization for each and every student. So, for example, when it comes to study abroad, we have a study abroad office that has study abroad advisors that will work with you one-on-one to really make sure you're choosing a program that's the best fit for you based on where in the world you want to study and based on your major and stuff like that. You'll have your academic advisor, and they'll be your go-to person to really help you with classes and, really help you figure out your 4-year plan and really make sure that study abroad will work in your 4-year plan. And you'll have your financial aid counselor. They'll be with you in your 4 years at St. Thomas, and not only will they be a resource for you when it comes to scholarships and financial aid, but they'll also be a resource for you if you want to study abroad and want to learn more about the financial logistics of studying abroad. So those are 3 different offices that will kind of walk with you every step of the way. And that's not exclusive to just those offices. Every office at St. Thomas is dedicated to that same personalized touch for each and every student. So when it comes to resources, wherever you go for college, you want to make sure that you're making the most of it. You want to make sure that you're exhausting all of the resources a college has to offer. Because like I said, you're investing time and you're investing money. So it's in your best interest to use the resources that a college has in place to help you succeed. Now, when it comes to St. Thomas, on this screen, there's a few resources that I used when I was a student. Career development, they're awesome. They really want to help you grow professionally. It doesn't matter what year you are in school, doesn't matter what major you are, they will help you grow professionally. They'll help with resume, cover letter, interviewing skills, networking skills, stuff like that. Academic counseling, I kind of touched on that in the last slide, but just to reiterate, they help with like study skills, 4-year plan, major planning, stuff like that. We have a robust undergraduate research opportunities program. So you can conduct your own research on campus, whether it be during the school year or full-time uh, in the summer. And the cool thing is, it doesn't end after your research experience. You can go apply for more grants to like continue your research or even travel across the nation to present your research at different conferences. I have friends that went to Chicago, went to San Francisco, DC, North Carolina, New York, places like that to present their research. So the opportunities are truly, opportunities are endless. And the nice thing about research at a small school like St. Thomas is that we have those small class sizes. So it's super easy to make great connections with professors who could later be your faculty mentor if you ever want to do research. We have a math resource center. So it's just a tutoring center that helps with like calculus and other math courses. Center for Writing, no matter what subject you're writing a paper in, you can go to the Center for Writing to get help on your papers and proofread, stuff like that. And tutoring, you know, prac- practically every department on campus has a tutoring function to it. And like I said, the small class sizes are perfect too, because you can always go to your professor if you need help. And I never had any problems going to my professors. They're truly there to teach, and they really want to see the students succeed. So this screen kind of just shows you different outcomes. I'll just let you kind of look at that for a little bit. One percentage that I do like to kind of highlight on this slide is the 93% one. 93% of students are employed or in graduate school within 8 months of graduation. So that should just show you that, St. Thomas really does a great job in helping guide students and, connect students with alumni and really making sure that students are ready uh, for the real world, I guess you could say, once college is done. All right, so we're going to switch gears now and kind of talk about the application timeline. So we have two deadlines. We have an early action deadline and a regular decision deadline. Now, if you're a senior, you're going to want to pay attention. Our early action deadline is November 1st of your senior year. If you apply by November 1st, you'll get your decision December 15th, and then May 1st is the National Let a College Know Day if you're coming. If you decide to wait regular decision, you get your application in by January 15th, get your decision February 15th, and then you have to let us know May 1st. I always strongly recommend just apply early action. There's no disadvantage. It's not binding, it's a free application, and the big advantage is you just get your decision quicker. And to have a complete application, you just fill it out, whether it's on the Common App or on our website, send in your official high school transcript, and then we're a test optional school now. So if you want, you can submit your ACT or SAT. If not, you don't have to, no worries. And then there are some optional pieces like essay, letters of recommendation, resume. Those are strictly optional, but they can't hurt. So you might as well throw those in there as well. And very briefly, it's important that you choose a place that's going to be a good financial fit for you. So estimated cost of attendance with everything included at St. Thomas comes to around $57,000 a year. And obviously that sticker price is high, but there are a lot of ways to bring that cost down. One way is through merit scholarship. One that I would like to highlight is called our St. Thomas Award. And what that is, it's a scholarship strictly based on your application. So when you apply to St. Thomas, you're automatically reviewed for this award. Historically, students have gotten up to $34,000 from the scholarship, and it's renewable over 4 years. So let's say you get accepted and you get 25,000. That's $25,000 each year for 4 years. And the cool thing is it doesn't end there, because any additional money that you get, whether it's from St. Thomas sources or from outside sources, will all be stacked onto what we already give you. So it's in your best interest to start looking now at different options, when it comes to scholarships. We also accept the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. That opens up October 1st of your senior year. And if you qualify for any federal aid in the form of grants or federal loans, stuff like that, all of that is also stackable onto what we already award you. And throughout this whole process, you will be given a personal financial aid counselor, and they'll be your go-to person for any in-depth questions you have about financials, about scholarships, financial aid, stuff like that. So they'll be your go-to person, and they'll make sure to kind of walk with you every step of the way when it comes to that financial process. And here are some visit options. So if you like what you heard today and you want to kind of learn more, kind of in a one-on-one style, you can definitely visit our website or give us a call. The information is right there on the screen. And you can schedule something. You can schedule a one-on-one with your admissions counselor, with the financial aid counselor. You can schedule a virtual thing with your with like a professor, meet with a student, meet with a coach. Like there's a lot of different things that we can accommodate. And one thing to kind of note too is that we are offering virtual opportunities as well as in-person opportunities. So it's been interesting doing in person. Obviously, everyone will be required to wear their masks. We have a lot of sanitizing stations on campus, and we're limited each day as to how many guests we can accommodate. And it's been successful so far. We've been doing this since July. So if you want to come see in person, don't forget your mask, obviously. We can accommodate that. Or if you want to do virtual, we can accommodate that as well. Either way, you can visit our website, stthomas.edu/visit, or call us at 651-962-6154 to get something scheduled. All right, so that's all the info I have for you today. If you have any questions, you can feel free to put it in the Q&A box, or you can email us at admissions@stthomas.edu, and we'll be sure to kind of help you every step of the way. So thank you again for taking the time to tune in.
All right. Thank you, Abby. That was fantastic. And, also shout out to your photo on the left side there. That's the hair's a little longer in the photo, but it's a good look.
Hair's a little longer, but I decided to cut it a couple months ago.
But so definitely I'm going to leave this to just about 10 more seconds to make sure that you get this information so you can send out questions. And then I'm going to do a couple just last minute announcements. So I just want to be here for a couple seconds for questions. And then we'll go ahead and do some announcements for everybody out there. Okay. All right. So thank you all for joining us today. As you close this window, you will get a quick 4-question survey. We ask that you complete that. IACAC deeply appreciates it, as well as sign up for more sessions. Reminder, you can go to iacac.org and you can see some more sessions like this one today, as well as some other recordings, as well as this one too. So this one, it won't be available right away, but it should be pretty soon. So definitely look for that recording. It looks like there aren't any more questions at this time, and that is okay. I mean, you definitely got Abby's information, so definitely feel free to reach out and, go Tommies. So at this time, I think I'll say good night, everybody. Be healthy, be safe. Bye now.